Okay, Nelligan.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced
Ding, ding,
that he
ding.
could pay off all his debts
Shame.
if the creditors
Ding,
gave him
ding, ding.
time. He set sail
Shame.
for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believed that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway.
Whee!
There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing.
I've done nothing wrong. Yeah. Is he drunk and passed out or... Oh, no. It's okay, he's not dead. For a second I thought he was dead. Damn you, 1816. 1916? Something 16? Right, so now we need to go find the ship's log. But the ship's log for that would be in Woodman's Lee. We'd assume. Yay, more loading! I love that loading screen. I think my main problem with this game so far is that there's way too much backtracking. And the loading times just seem like a big pain in the ass.
"1883. That's the one I need.
Boom.
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. This log notes for log notes for August.
Canadian Pacific Railway.
Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR, a torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 log notes for June. Nothing unusual. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
Wait, what? Find the crew. Wiggins might help find the crew, so now we have to go back to Baker Street for another loading screen. Fuck. It's unnecessary padding. Let's make the game feel longer and seem longer by going back and forth for stuff that could easily be done by non-playable characters. Watson could have easily gone to Woodman's Lee and picked up a harpoon so he can set up the experiment. He didn't. Whoever developed this game decided it would be better for us just to go back to Woodman's Lee for less than a minute to pick up a goddamn harpoon while still sitting through
I have the
3
list of
minutes
sailors
worth
who are
of
aboard the Sea
loading
Unicorn.
screens.
We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
Let's
I think
hope.
that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution.
The Homeless
All
Network.
specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang.
The orphans.
Yes, Believe
Street
me, you'll
urchins.
receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Go on then. The Pied Piper of street urchins.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
Oh boy, hot
At your
food!
service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating.
Okay.
Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Smart kid.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Sure, let's sit through another goddamn load screen to get back to Scotland Yard.